We are talking about Qt object and singleton type in Qml. Qt object and singleton type in Qml. In Qml, two things are very important. One is item. One is item. One is item. Item is just instantiation of quick item. So quick item is instantiated as item on Qml side. Okay, so most important class in Qt is QObject, that is instantiated as Qt object on Qml side. Okay, so this is okay, so this is Qt and this is Qml. Quick item inherits QObject. So discussion is going on. So since Qt object derives from QObject, it has a member variable called object name. And it supports all QObject fundamentals, parent-child relationship, and so many, and so item also. Okay, what is other thing is item is drawn on a window. So there is a window and item is drawn on window. So item is a graphics entity. Since it is a graphics entity, I would rather say window entity. So it has width, height. It does not have color because item is kind of transparent window or abstract type. Why QObject is used in Qml? Qt object is used in Qml. So Qt object is a very lightweight. Qt class is a very lightweight class where we can keep things to just remember. Okay. So we'll see that how. Okay, so we can keep things to remember in the sense like some constant variables like property int height equal to 100, that can be reused. So this is kind of a ready-made group of value that can be used anywhere. If not happy with, if it is not changeable, we can say read only. Read only. Okay, so this is the scenario of Qt object. So Qt object is ready-made group of some variable that we can use. Okay, so we'll see first how Qt object can be used, and then we'll see how it can be used in a way called singleton. Okay, what is singleton, how it is used? So singleton is a kind of you can say a global constant variable, and wherever it is used, so wherever a singleton class is used, it will have, so like if there is a component called my object, there is a component called my object that is of type derived from Qt object. We can just use my object height. So that is the scenario. It's a kind of a global variable. It provides singleton. So my object is a global variable that can be used anywhere, and only thing is that my object component should be visible in the Qml file. So what is the advantage and where it can be used? So we'll talk about. Okay, so we'll create a directory temp Qt object. Okay, so we'll have a called const type.qml, and it is nothing but here we can have Qt object, and we can have read only property variant dimension, and that is kind of dictionary or dictionary width 100, height 70, like this, which can be called and reused. Property variant color, if we use red, it would be red, green. So right now we will make this much only, blue. So this is a string. So this is dictionary, both are dictionary. We can have array also, read only property variant color index. Okay, so we can have red, green, blue, and then pink. Okay, so this is the class. Simple. So Qt object can be used as a container which would have some read only properties. now we can now have a main file. Okay, so we'll have import qt quick 2.0. This is in current directory, no need to do anything. We can have a grid view which has model as kind of 10, and we can have cell height as some 30, cell width as 30. Delegate would be component delegate id component id delegate component delegate id. Now component has a rectangle. Okay, so width of the rectangle is const. Okay, so will component will close, and here we will have const type will instantiate const type as const type id. So this is complete file. We'll go to rectangle, and then we'll say const type dot dimension dot height dot width, height const type dimension dot height. We can have border color also if you want. That would be const type id dot dimension type dot color dot blue. Border width we can say some 3. So this is the idea. If you want, we can have text also inside this. Anchors dot center in parent. Text is index. Font dot point size, is some 10. Color is const type id color red. Okay, so this is the file. We have grid view, so it will have width and height. So width say 400. Okay, we can have a scroll bar also. Scroll bar dot vertical scroll bar import qt quick dot controls Qml scroll bar 0.0 also Qt quick controls. Now we have grid view, the scroll bar, vertical scroll bar, model, width, height. Then we have cell height, cell width, delegate, component we have rectangle, const type ID, dimension, const type ID, dimension, const type ID blue, border width 3, rectangle, component, that's it, component, const ID. Okay, so we can actually execute this. Scroll bar is not a type. Okay, so this is the some ugly diagram it is making where things are hidden. Things are hidden because cell height is less than, so we can make this also const type ID dimension dot width, const type ID dot dimension dot height. Better. So we have okay, so this is the cell width and cell height, dimension width, dimension height, cell height, cell width and cell height. Okay, so it is better. So what is problem here? Now I can make it is 1000. Okay, so we have 1000. We have a scroll bar. It is exactly 999. Starts from 0. Okay, if we want, we can make border color little enjoyable. So we can make color blue instead of, we can make color index, whatever index is there we can map with the 5. I think we have 5 colors. Okay, we have 5 colors. Okay, so we have so many rectangles. Okay, so problem here is, in this scenario is this delegate component is a delegate, and this is instantiating const type every time. So delegate here it's okay only one time, but here it is using it so many times. Okay, so rectangle is using const type, instantiating const type. So many rectangles, so many const type are getting instantiated. So that is the issue here. Or if we have like a component outside this grid view, then problem is more prominent. Okay, kind of I can have okay, so I can have component here also. In this way item will have width and height, and it will have anchors dot center in. Now we need to have this const id. Okay, so it is same situation. In that case also we need to have const id here, and that will get called whenever we instantiate it. Our rectangle can be outside. Okay, so let's see, kind of we use. Okay, so we'll change this code and we'll use our rectangle called my rectangle, and my rectangle will have, so other guys would not need it, so we can just take it away, and color we can just say red, and here cell width, cell height. Okay, so cell width, cell height we can just say some value, or here only const. Okay, so my rectangle is will define outside, and width and height, border color, and that we would fill from outside. So think about this situation where we have rectangle that is outside. Okay, now we will copy our rectangle here. My rectangle. So here we can, my rectangle, we can use our here const type id, const type id. We are free to use, and now we'll change this to const type id dimension dot width, says const type id dimension dot height. Color is const type id dimension dot blue. Okay, so I am free to write this. Okay, I can just use my rectangle, and inside text would be there. Here also const type is there. We can just execute this. Line number 4. Const type color. Okay, line number 3. Const type id dimension. Better. Okay, so this is moving rectangle. This is how we have it. Now problem here is, every time rectangle is loaded, we have one instance of const type. Okay, so if we have rectangle, if we have rectangle, and that is 1000 times, so 1000 times const type is getting instantiated. So we have used Qt object, that is one thing. We have used Qt object. So this is one part. Now second part, we will see how we can use singleton, so that everywhere instance should be only one, because everything is read only. To achieve that, we have to use pragma singleton. So if we want singleton, So in the file, component file, component.qml, in this file we have to start it with pragma singleton. Okay, second thing is, now we need to have okay, this is on this side. Now we need to have a file called qml and there we need to have something called singleton, and then component followed by version name and then the file. So this is the syntax we need to use. Then we can actually make one instance. So we'll do. So we can have a directory called mkdir meaning const type is name of directory. So we can go to const type and here we can move our const type here. Simple. We can have one qml dir essentially module, so we need to have module name that would be meaning dot const type, and then we can have small singleton const type 1.0 const type dot qml. Okay, so this is the syntax. So I have two files, const type.qml, it is pragma singleton, and I have qml dir module meaning const type singleton. So we'll go back. Now in my rectangle we can say import min inc const type 1.0. we don't need this guy now. Import meaning const type 1.0. we don't need this, and here we'll just say const type dot dimension as if it is a class kind of attached property kind of thing. So here const type, simple. Okay, so that's it. Now we can go in the main.qml, same thing we do, import min inc meaning const type 1.0. okay, where so no, we don't need this guy now. Const type so simple. Now we'll try qml scene. We have to give path now for qml dir directory. Okay, const type reference is not defined. Okay, const type better. but now instance is only one. Wherever we go in this file, instance is only one. Okay, same instance is getting accessed everywhere since it is a singleton. Same instance everywhere, wherever you include. Only one instance. So this is classic here. Okay, now it is much better. We can have border color now. Border color. No instance is required. Where is the instance and what I can access? You can just say color index and index 5. Enjoy. Okay. So idea here is we can use Qml object. We can use Qt object to store small lightweight variables. Then we can use singleton pragma in the file and singleton in the qml.dir file. And then we can just go ahead and wherever we want, we can just say, just import it, that module, and just use it a global variable. Just use as a global variable. This is singleton. Just import and start using it. Okay.